G'day, I'm Bruce Wallace from Beetle Buster Baseboards. We've had news that Australia now has varroamite. We haven't had it here, so it's a new one to us, but with recent things over in America that I've been doing with the baseboards in varroa treatment, and not only with hive beetle control, we've managed to come up with an ideal way of treatment, or I would put it early detection if you haven't got it and you've got the baseboard underneath and you've got varroa treatment. It's going to be the best way to find out whether you've got varroa without having to open up the hive and do a sugar shake or an alcohol wash. So the first thing you've got to do with the baseboard is, when you get it, you can either, or I can, drill a 4mm hole right along the top part of the polycarb here. The lower holes are already in the baseboard, obviously, for the small hive beetle, but all across the top there, opposite those holes, there's a 4mm hole. That's for the vapor to come up through, evenly distributed up through the hive. The second thing we've got to do is, we've got to drill a 1/4 inch or 6mm hole, just in the bottom part of where the high part of the polycarb is, so that when the EasyVap goes in there, which I'll explain in a minute, and you use it, the vapors go down in underneath, trapped underneath the inspection tray. Alright, and that's how it works. So what we have here is it's called a Jono's EasyVap. They're from the US, and they're 240. They are 110 when you get them, but just a matter of changing the plug over to Australian 240. So what comes with that is you've got the four caps that go with this, and they are filled, as you can see, they've got holes in them, and they actually fit in the top there. But I'll explain how this works. So you've got your oxalic acid, and you've got a scoop like that, which is about 2 ounces. So you just take a scoop of that and you put it in the plug, and then the plug is turned around to show you. It goes on the side of the hive, along the side there, and when it's turned on, it'll have numbers that appear up here, and I think it's around about 450 Fahrenheit in American terms. So that's beside the hive, and you're at the back of the hive. It's just a matter of, this goes upside down and onto the plug. Do not turn it over until you get it in the hole at the back. So what happens then, it just goes into the back of the hive, and then simply turn it over, and the oxalic acid drops down into the hot plate and vaporizes up. I'm not going to do a live demonstration of this because I haven't got a mask to put on just now, but it vaporizes the whole hive. It normally takes around about half a minute for it to complete the cycle, and then it's just a matter of taking that out, then moving on to the next hive, and that's why I have 4 of these. So you put one beside each hive, ready to go. You're hooked up to power, take that one off, you're finished, put the next one on. So that's how that works. And there's another one that might be a little bit more simple for a lot of people, because this is 12 volt, and it's simply over in the US what they do. This is also from Bud Willis from Georgia. He makes these. You can't put these inside the hive because it's not a wooden floor, because it gets up to 450, it'll melt the polycarb. So definitely do not try and insert this in underneath the hive, in there in the front. So what ends up happening at the back of the hive, it normally just comes with the inspection tray, but can be converted to use the wand. So the wand goes in, and the hot plate, you've got to have this plate. It can be aluminium, it can be steel, it can be anything, as long as it's metal, it doesn't matter. And that goes in and sits there, right? So this is run down to the power. You get your oxalic acid and put it in the pan there, connect it to the battery, and put it in. That normally would take probably around about a minute, 3/4 of a minute to complete as well. So there you have it. It's not only just for small hive beetle, but unfortunately we have to do it for Varroa now. We're thinking that we might get it under control down south, but it's a long road ahead. Once this pest gets out of control, it's really bad. So I just thought I'd do a short video for you and let you know how this works and how the baseboard can be. I can either do it and send it out to you, or you can do it yourself. I mean, I'm going to charge a minimal amount anyway, so I'm not sure, but a little bit of work to drill them and put the angle on the bottom. Depends on what type of vaporizer you're going to use. This is a really good one, but as I said, you've got to have power to it. This one you don't, because you just have a battery and you drag along with you. So thanks very much for watching, and hope you don't get Varroa anyway. So thanks very much. Bye bye.